Oh, Joey thinks it's not cool to have Down syndrome. Headline: Local asshole thinks that Down syndrome is taking it too far.
I think
Blames the
man, that's crazy work, dude.
Yeah.
He said the other night.
No,
that's it, dude. Welcome back to
I was in the coffee shop earlier today, and there was a guy.
Oh, thank God.
2 teenagers working, obviously, and the fella was wearing a cowboy hat, and you could tell that he didn't cowboy.
I got a dry cough. It might be COVID. I decided. Yeah.
Chick was playing music. She was like, "You want me to put anything on?" He was like, "Yeah, put on the Theo Vaughn podcast."
Oof, and that's
and
heavy.
She was like, "Oh no, that is pretty funny. I do like Theo Vaughn, but I can't put on a podcast." He was like, "Yeah, I pretty much love listening to Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan. Those are probably like my favorites." Which is fine, dude. That's a guy. That's a regular.
Yeah,
fella.
it's a regular dude.
But hearing it aloud,
it is kind of weird to hear it
and
out
saying
loud.
it to a broad.
I would never lead off in any kind of conversation. I listen to Joe Rogan or Theo Vaughn. I like Theo a lot. I don't really care much for Joe.
Well,
but
they're both CIA assets, dude. I've come to realize a lot of the people that got me into like podcasting and a lot of like comedians that I liked, for a while, and even still like, and still respect their work, are probably ops, dude.
I hope
They're
one day.
CIA
I hope
moles.
one day we're somewhere doing something cool, and Theo walks up and says, "Man, that's crazy. You think I'm a CIA op like that, man?"
I'd love to talk to him. Theo, if you ever hear this,
I think that would be funny.
I would love. Yeah, that would be funny.
I'd be like, hell yeah, episode 37, dude. Is that what this is?
Well, just hear me out here, dude. 38.
38. Yeah, that'd be crazy if he said that. I would love that. That's how we'd know we'd made it.
There's certain individuals, man. There's just certain individuals that they're too conveniently a thing of an entity. You know what I mean?
Calm down, Tim Dillon. Damn, dude.
He's very directional. Like, Theo Vaughn is the perfect dude. I think Theo Vaughn's a better dude than Rogan to, like, rope you into, oh, dude, he's kind and, like, soft-hearted, and he's in touch with his feelings, and he interviewed Bernie Sanders, and he's a good dude.
I don't think people realize how long he's been around, dude.
He's a Trump dude. Yeah, and look,
he's been around for so long.
Celebrities like him and The Miz and Christina
and
P.
Joe Rogan. I mean, Joe Rogan was on sitcoms and Fear Factor.
Yeah, but I was gonna say from like a reality. Shows.
Yeah, I mean,
and now
I
the
get
president
is a reality star.
What I mean?
They've really taken over, and that's fine, dude. Whatever. I could give a fuck. But I get your point, though.
I'm not. All it is right. They were people. You know what I mean? They were people that
they were just like
sought out an entertainment career. So isn't it? Doesn't it make sense that they made it an entertainment?
Psyops, dude.
Dude, CIA hit me
badass.
Up. First of all, I don't even know if I want to work for the CIA at this point, because to have not already approached me, I'd be the perfect motherfucker to operate on.
I would love to operate your central intelligence system, baby.
Yeah, dude. If they got inside my center.
That's the CIS, dude.
That's CSI.
That's Horatio, dude. Yeah!
What is that?
Horatio, dude.
Horatio Sands?
No, Horatio. He was the detective on CSI Miami.
Okay.
I said CSI. Yeah!
You said CIS.
Well, don't get fooled
You're
again.
thinking of NCIS
I'm
Miami.
thinking that I might have dyslexia.
There's CSI, there's NCIS.
You ever smoke dyslexia euphorium, dude? It'll make you plumb this.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
what I mean?
I've smoked Malefius Malacarum, dude.
Well, that ain't where I thought you were going with that.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man.
We got 2 cats in here doing
I
a variety of...
Wingardium Leviosa.
I be smoking on that piss pack, dude.
Man, I love smoking a piss pack.
I love getting that.
Remember we smoked that shit that time called fucking tiger piss?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cheetah piss.
Cheetah piss. Yeah, cheetah piss. Had a tiger on it.
And it smelled...
It did. The bag was a tiger.
Felt like Black Sabbath with a Icarus logo.
Yeah, baby.
You know what?
Now
time
we're
it is.
rolling, dude.
You know how foreign logos be, dude.
Yo, I'm telling you, that's what that bag looked like, dude.
It'd be like AC/DC, but instead of a bolt in the middle, it's the Metallica logo. You know what I mean?
And I'm always waiting for somebody to ask me about that. Because Icarus is from the Led Zeppelin album.
Yeah.
And nobody ever gets it. And maybe that's what makes the bit good.
I also think they might also just be thinking of like regular old Icarus, not even relating it to two bands, just being like, oh, it's called Black Sabbath, but it's got a crazy image of Icarus on it.
Yeah.
So, because who knows, dude?
Yeah.
These day and age, kids and Led Zeppelin.
They're probably not even imagining the Black Sabbath font either.
No, dude. They're imagining dragons, probably.
Probably, dude. They're
probably
waking up in ash and dust. You know what I mean?
Waking up in ass and dust.
Yeah, that shit's ass, dude. I hate that kind of music. Dude.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a buddy. Hey, I'm going to take a moment here. We got a friend, listens to the show. His name's Dalton.
What up,
Dalton's a good friend of mine. He could not make it to our show, which was very detrimental to his mental health. He was very upset he could not come to the show.
Well, give him a shout out.
I'm not giving him a shout out. I'm telling a story. I mean, it could be a shout out because I love Dalton, but he is really, really fucking mad at us.
Why for us?
He was listening to the episode. We were talking about the Louder Than Life lineup.
Yeah.
And every band we shit on is his favorite fucking bands, dude.
And you'll have that.
He sent me a message. He was like, hey, man, we got to talk. And I was like, and he seemed so serious. He's like, I'll find you at work tomorrow. And I'm like, all right, dude. And he come around the corner and he's like, Bad Omens? Really? And I'm like,
they were the one I probably shit on the least.
And I was like, what about him? He's like, I listened to the podcast. I listened. And I'm like,
have people reference
and then he's
you
like,
don't even remember saying
yeah,
shit.
and I kind of did. And then he was like, Sleep Token? Sleep Token? And I was like, yeah, dude, Sleep Token sucks. Now, he really does have really good music taste. Like, we really actually hit it off, like, when we first became friends because of his music taste. But it was just funny as shit that, like, he rattled off several bands that we did not like. And I was like, music's subjective, kid.
It is, man. And we're haters.
And we're haters, dude.
First of all, we're talking cash.
I love you, Dalton, but
we're
haters, dude.
On this pod now, going into the 38th hour of just talking shit, dude.
That's crazy when you put it that way.
Yeah, that's just sitting up for a day and a half, just talking nonstop.
Yeah,
cash shit about everything you like,
and you're allowed to like it.
This place sucks.
Fine,
dude.
yeah,
get used to it.
This place sucks. But yeah, I just thought it was funny, dude. I thought it was a good time.
I've had similar comments, dude. You know. I've been getting death threats from Brand New fans. You know me, dude. Growing up, Brand New was one of my favorite bands. I was really into them, but
yeah,
you know, the allegation shit happened and whatever, dude.
I never followed Brand New. Couldn't name a song by them. Was never into them. What happened with Brand New? What was their deal?
A couple people accused them of accused the lead singer of sexually assaulting them when they were underage, and then some others that weren't underage. But he always been like a mad alcoholic. I saw him live once, and he was so fucking pissed drunk. They played like 2 songs, and he stumbled off the stage. You know what I mean?
Now, is he still in the band?
Still in the band. They went away for the last like 7 years.
They're back. They just played in Cincinnati the other night.
Yeah. He dropped a apology note saying, "Yeah, I did some bad stuff. I'm gonna go away and get help."
That's crazy work.
He went through some stuff in his personal life, whatever. But I hate all the fans really turned me off of giving them another chance because the comeback was being talked about for months on fucking Facebook and Reddit and shit. And I asked like a bunch of fans, like, "Hey, what?" You know, any word, you know, has he said anything? What is the repercussions, you know, for lack of a better word, that he faced? Not saying, you know, no cancel culture bullshit like that, but for me, being a big fan and a lot of their music having like overtly sexual tones, you know what I mean? At least some of their earlier stuff, it wrecked them for me. So I guess I wanted to know for my own, you know, my own sake and psyche, whether or not the dude had gone through a redemption arc. And the fans were like, "It doesn't fucking matter. Those women were liars. Fucking yada yada." So I couldn't get, and I'm still waiting to figure out, like, hey man, if he went to therapy and faced some consequences, maybe made amends with the people, that's pretty cool. And wants to come back and make music again. I just I'm not rushing to give money.
I'm not rushing either. I'm American.
Some millionaire artist who did some rapes. You know what
that's
I mean?
crazy work that he was just like, oh yeah, well, when got help.
Yeah, and then they went radio silent for about 7 years. He came out and played an acoustic solo set at them L.A. benefit shows for the fires.
And now what's his name?
Jesse Lacey.
Jesse Lacey? Yeah. Why does his name rhyme like that?
Well, that doesn't rhyme at all.
Is that his real name, you think?
Yeah, it's Jesse, and then his last name is Lacey, L-A-C-E.
Jesse Lacey, yeah.
No, that would rhyme.
Well, I hate him already.
That would rhyme.
I don't like a name
Well,
rhyme.
Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah.
All right.
I like
they
Taking
were
Back
in.
Sunday.
They literally grew up with that band. They know each other. There was a feud at one point between the guitar player in Taking Back Sunday and the lead singer of Brand New, because the guitar player from Taking Back Sunday took his girlfriend in high school or something. So yeah, there's some lore there.
Hell
you know
yeah,
what I
dude.
mean?
We love lore, dude.
And Brand New fans, the Brand New had a shirt released that said "Mics are for singing, not for swinging." That was a dig at Adam from Taking Back Sunday, because he's always spinning the mic around and shit.
That's cool. Well, let's go ahead and call this episode "Make Damn Sure."
Make damn
you
sure.
know what I'm
dude.
saying? I like that.
Call it I think
liked
There's No I in Team. Did you ever hear that song?
Yeah.
That
I
song.
liked Taking Back Sunday. I didn't fuck with.
I was more of a Brand New fan growing up, but now I'm more of a Taking Back Sunday fan.
Hell yeah, we see
But
which team you pick.
I'm gonna make damn sure. But that song's a diss track at Brand New, all right, and it takes the bridge of a Brand New song that's a diss track at them, right, and uses it in their song.
And they just really kick their ass.
Real emo shit, dude.
Yeah.
Real emo shit.
Hell yeah. They're like, we're not going to square up and fight in person, but we'll definitely make some songs about you.
And they've long since made amends and played shows together where they blended those two songs together and yada yada. But
we love that.
That's the Long Island emo scene in the mid 2000s, you know.
New Yorkers, man.
New York. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Long Island's not part of New York City, you know. It's not one of the 5 boroughs, even though one of the boroughs is on Long Island.
Isn't that insane?
Long Island, the entity
that is known as Ball. Your boy crashed out today pretty hardcore over the DoorDash shit. Tim.
Why you keep calling you? That's your boy. You love him more than I might have introduced you to him, but
your boy Tim.
You love him way more than I do.
Yeah, you
I do like him. I do think he's funny.
I love him. He crashed out hard.
He misses a lot.
Oh yeah,
but he's a heavy hitter.
Yeah,
when he's
on it, he's great, dude. He's done some pretty questionable shit, but I like him. I wish we could have met him at Skankfest. I hate that we missed him.
He would have been a good
That would have been a cool selfie to have. Anyways, he was talking about paying for your DoorDash with Klarna.
Yeah.
And buddy, he was not fucking having it.
I'm not about the fucking finance of cheesy gordita.
He's like, imagine you're in debt $80,000 for DoorDash. It's crazy.
Insane, dude. The fact
that's
that
where we're at, man.
The fact that we have a society in which people are so broke they need to break up their payments for their food.
That
right?
says a lot.
And our solution to that is let them. It's crazy.
Just let them take out a loan to pay for their DoorDash.
Dude, you ever hear these fucking pigs talk, dude? These economists, they're like, well, the free hand of the economy has placed us in a position where these people have a need. They need to be able to go into debt for their food. And so DoorDash has created a system. It has fulfilled that need. And I think the need is to have more money.
Yeah.
And we should figure that out. Or things be cheaper. Same amount of money, but everything's cheaper. Also good.
Now, what in the fuck's that cat doing?
Dude, when she really gets going at that ear there, that's her like this
Y'all hear
this
this?
rules noise, dude. She loves that. She goes ape shit for a little ear scratching.
Hell yeah, that's a cool cat.
The listeners are gonna love that.
Yeah, yeah. Like, man, dude, they're just beating the fuck out of that cat, dude. This is how we get canceled.
She
man.
Genuinely goes. I put my thumb in her ear and rub
Quit
around.
describing it. You're not
and rub
helping the
around,
cause,
and she
dude.
goes fucking.
No,
she
I
goes
don't like that.
You know, what do you think Satan's up to right now, dude?
This revving his cat up, dude.
Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day, dude, and I really do think that.
What would he be doing?
I think there's a lot of incantations going around, dude.
Here's
really
my
do.
thing. Let me rant in your ear for a second. If that's what would he be doing?
Satan?
If you had the power to do what he's doing,
which Christian theology
The
you
dude with
subscribe to that he's in hell ruling over? Because there's a few different. Some Christians believe hell exists now. As soon as you die, boom, you go there. Satan's ruling over it. Whatever. Some of them believe when you die, you're fucking frozen in time until Judgment Day.
Yes.
And then everything happens. Some people think you go into a purgatory in between until Judgment Day. There's a bunch of different. And then some people also believe that hell exists, whether you go there now or later, but Satan's never in hell. He's on earth.
Yeah, I was always under
the
the assumption that Satan was around us.
roaming around,
yeah.
Probably sitting right in between us
Yeah.
now. Saying,
Trying to
"Finger
strike
each
up
other.
a
Finger each
Faustian
other."
bargain.
A Faustian
you know what I'm
bargain,
saying, dude?
Trying to get us to go Beetlejuicing, dude.
Yeah, dude. Beetlejuicing is a Faustian bargain, dude.
It is,
Some
dude.
would
At
say
its
the
core,
ultimate. Yeah.
It is. Well, think
Now,
about
why do you
this.
think there's a lot of Satan going on? What made you think of that, dude?
No, I don't think there's a lot of. I don't think the incantations are to Satan, dude. I think they're to.
An interdimensional being.
I genuinely hate to make analogies that nerds and dorks would like. But I think what we're dealing with is a lot more akin to the light and dark side of the Force. All right, you're talking about
dude.
light
We're
and dark
Siths and
energies
Jedis here,
and
dude.
entities from various
And that's-
dimensions, dude. Interdimensional vampires, man. Coming through, not vampires necessarily.
Bleeding into the
but
AI, Joe.
legitimately energies, right? And they do these dark incantations to summon dark energies that allow them to do dark things like, run the economy into the ground, steal from people, pollute, whatever these, people do. These pigs winking around,
that's
rooting
crazy.
around in the mud.
You're really feeling yourself today.
Yeah, dude. They're fucking doing their incantations. They're booms, dude. Every boom is a crack in space-time, and it allows a fucking Pacific Rim
Double chunk chocolate cookie.
kaiju to come through.
Dude, a giant kaiju of a chicken bacon from Costco would be badass.
Mark my words, dude. It was foretold in ancient times when the first Costco breaks ground on the Isle of Japan. That's where the kaiju is going to come through the interdimensional vortex.
Do you think that maybe like... All right, hear me out,
even
man.
wait
So
to hear the end, huh?
what?
Just blaze right past.
No, that was the end. You said he was going to come through Japan. A kaiju.
Close enough, dude. Keep going.
I don't like to yuck your wow, dude.
I don't like the fucking. Go ahead, dude.
I don't know. I don't think it's important now.
It is, man.
Do
I
you ever
didn't
just-
think you were paying attention, and you were. You proved me wrong. Keep going, dude.
Anyways, damn, that cat really is. What is she doing down there, dude?
She loves itching in that ear, dude.
She's got an infection.
No, she's got a wax buildup because she
She's
don't
got
fucking.
confection in her ear.
She's
dude.
fat as fuck, man. She can't really get in there as good as she used to.
Hell
So
yeah.
when she really gets
now,
going,
do you think, man? I'm just saying, and hear me out. If we're in a movie, a kaiju type film,
right?
and the said kaiju, the animal, whatever, is fish-like or some type of creature that is a mammal, a big mammal, why don't people ever just try to eat it?
Well, hear me out. You got to kill it first, and they do try to do that.
Do you though? You couldn't kill it by eating it.
How many people are gonna have to be biting this thing at once?
Well, I mean, if it's for the sake of the earth, I like to think all of us.
Swarm it like ants. Yeah. Well, hear me out here.
Yeah.
Why do you set
and
up
we tip it over and we'll carry it down to our
why do you
hole,
set
dude?
up the hypothesis
Yeah.
by saying if we were in a movie, instead of like if we were in a world where kaijus existed, why wouldn't we just?
First of all, I think we are in a world where kaijus exist. I just don't think we've seen one yet.
Damn, dude.
And I think if anybody's going to sit here and talk about fucking aliens and incantations and ball and fucking all this shit, I don't think it's crazy for me to think that somewhere hidden on this fucking planet is something really, really, really big that could kill us. You ever been down to the fucking Marianas Trench, dude? I tell you what, you haven't. None of us have. Mariana Trench.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
I've been down there.
Or you know, what if one of these mountains wake up one day, man?
Yo,
what if Everest wakes up
that
one
scares
day?
me, dude. And it's
And
a
Everest
Stegosaurus.
and it's been a sleeping giant for 1,000,000 years.
Well, dude, what about a
and
fucking...
every 23rd million spring for 23 years.
What about a fucking ancient one, dude? What about a fucking... Stop. Don't go nuts.
Oh, no. And he's driving a big truck, dude, wearing a fucking trench coat.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, dude. Clip
That'd be
this.
pretty sick, dude.
Hell yeah.
What were we talking about?
I'm talking about a mountain coming to life, dude. I just don't look, man.
You're talking about a fucking
Look,
beast
I'm
of
not going to
colossal
get into
proportions.
scientific, economical terms. That's his job. I'm telling you right now.
Leave that to the suits of the government.
I
dude.
just think that I think if there's some, man, and what if there was a space living kaiju, a real Galacticus that came to Earth to eat the planet, dude? You know?
An eldritch horror?
Yeah. What is
Dude.
that, dude?
That's what, like, Cthulhu and shit, dude.
Oh,
the ancient
Call
ones.
of Cthulhu. Now,
Ancient
now, what do you
horrors.
call it, man? An ancient what?
An eldritch horror.
An ancient eldritch horror.
An eldritch. You've never heard that term before? Didn't you watch
You-
Lovecraft Country,
You
dude?
teach me a lot. No, I didn't watch it.
It's actually pretty decent, dude.
That's one with Jonathan Majors in it, right?
Mhm.
Does he grab his girlfriend, start fucking
Beats
beating
the
her up,
dog
dude?
piss out of her. What about a megalodon?
He sucks, dude.
Right. Well, you're sweating. No, hear me.
No,
out,
he
dude.
fucking sucks.
No, he sucks.
dude.
We're not gonna rail on. Yeah, he sucks, dude. We've never liked Jonathan Majors here.
No, I did. He hurt my feelings, dude. I liked him as
dude.
Kang, man, and he
He
fucked
was
it
a
up.
villain. We should have known the whole time.
Yeah, and you're right. Anyways,
a
no, go
villain.
ahead. Finish your thought.
Hear
Hurry
me,
up.
hear me out, dude. You're down there in the Marianas Trench,
Yeah, dude,
right?
just imploding.
No, hear me out. You're
because
on the
of the
surface,
pressure. Oh.
above the Marianas Trench, right? You can still see light, but all of a sudden you're overshadowed by a fucking colossal creature. You look up, and a set of fangs the size of 19 semi trucks are looking back at you, going, "You come to me on this the day of my daughter's wedding, asking me for a favor." It's a megalodon.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Thank
get that. I like that.
Thank you.
You gotta take that on the road. with
Thank
you.
you. I'm gonna be using that this
That's a-
this Wednesday at the Bozo Factory, dude. Check me out at Yuck Yucks, Butt Fucks, and fucking comedy.
And sucks.
Yeah.
Man. We got a busy week this week, dude.
Do we?
I just Wednesday.
And Thursday.
Are we gonna go see?
I'd
Pat
like to go
Benatar?
see fucking Doug Stanhope and
Oh,
then go to
yeah.
Chameleon, but at the very least we should go to
Yeah,
Chameleon.
we should for sure. I'm in.
But I think we could go. I think we can swing that, dude. The show's
Oh,
at 7:30.
we just sign up for late. And
Yeah. Go over there and hang out afterwards. I imagine some
where's
of them
that
will.
place at? Where's he at? Go Bananas.
Mm-hmm. That's not too far.
You ever went Bananas
Mhm.
before?
I did the Pro-Am.
Oh
this
yeah, that's
month.
right. He said it was your best show you ever did.
It went really well. It was my best 5 for sure. The best 5 I've done.
Yeah, we might try to make that happen. I'm excited for Wednesday. I think Wednesday's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
dude.
I'm at Planet this Monday.
You
and
playing
then
Monday?
Wednesday we're getting boned up.
We're getting boners, dude.
And, and then we're gonna get mall jawed, dude.
Yeah, shout out to Bones.
Shout out to Bones
shout
and
out
Mall.
to the mall. This episode drops Monday.
Yeah.
So if you're in the greater Cincinnati area or northern Kentucky, or you just want to take a road trip, see a really cool band, we got a couple of them playing at Junkers Tavern in Northside Cincinnati.
Wednesday.
You got DOS,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. We've seen DOS multiple times. They're awesome. Our pals Mall, and then I forget the headliner's name. Noogie? I think it was Noogie.
Yeah.
They're not from around here.
I ain't from around these
I haven't
parts.
listened to them yet, but I'm excited to see them. It'll be a great time. So
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man.
yeah, pop on in, say what's up, man. Don't be
Papa don't
lame.
preach.
Yeah, I'm in trouble deep.
That'll be fun. And yeah, Monday, if you're in the Louisville area, come out to Planet of the Tapes, man. I know Jamie Shade's supposed to be on that one.
Hey, y'all gonna squash the beef, man?
I don't think there's a beef, but he ain't been talking to me the last couple
I
of
ain't
weeks. He ain't
talked to him
responded to
either,
my
dude.
damn text. But he's also not really been active on Instagram or anything.
Maybe he's really going through it.
Might be going through some shit. Shout out Jamie Shade. Hope you're all right,
Yeah,
buddy.
I hope you don't have an Eldridge Stark Faustian
Yeah, dude.
or whatever.
He
he's
probably made a Faustian bargain with an Eldritch
Eldritch
horror, dude.
Oh god,
And that's what fucked him up, dude.
And that's just insane.
And that's the
that you-
gestalt of
That's
it
the
all,
basic
dude.
gestalt of
Yeah. Isn't that the dude from Witcher?
the
Gestalt?
gestalt. Is
Henry
that his
Cavill's
name?
character? Yeah. Gestalt.
I don't know. I heard Alex Jones say it one time, and Joe Rogan laughed at him.
He went,
He did. He said, "Let me tell you the basic gestalt of what's going on, Joe." And Joe was like, "Gestalt. I like that. Nobody ever uses that. That was cool."
you like Rojo.
That was neat. Dude, where are you going, man? You leaving?
Coolest thing Joe Rogan could do would be to grow hair and then get a contract with Rogaine.
Yeah.
Joe Rogaine.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Joe Rogaine experience.
Let me drop something on you real quick.
As long as you pick it up off of me.
All right.
Go ahead and drop it.
I got a skateboard in the middle.
Man, let me see something.
But I ain't, what are you doing, dude? We're in the thick of a really good episode.
I was checking your levels.
Pissing me off. Are my levels good, brother?
Yeah, they're good. They've been good.
I got a skateboard in the middle today.
Hell yeah, dude. Death
I haven't
wish.
seen it yet.
You got a death wish.
I got a death wish, man. I'm excited to put her together. I've been watching a lot of skate videos.
You said let me run something by you.
Yeah, this is it. I've been watching a lot of skate videos, man. Do you think that was like the coolest time period?
Yeah. Yes and no, right?
Well, I think no, in a sense of we weren't old enough to enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
It was
But
cool
I
to
think
have been
yes.
alive, dude. But it's just like, I think what makes it no is I felt like we were working towards a promise
and it wasn't fulfilled.
and it was not fulfilled.
I think I watched.
Everything changed by the time we were old enough to enjoy it, you know?
Skateboarding kind of. I wouldn't say it fell off. I just think it fell off in a sense of me caring about it because
Yeah.
it changed because
Things
of those
changed.
guys that I
The
I
culture
liked and shit,
changed.
Yeah, but here's what I want to
Do you
talk
think
about.
the pants getting too tight had something to do with it?
I don't think it had enough to do with it. It fucking did something to me, dude.
It makes it harder to skate, dude.
I think it makes it easier, dude. I don't like
As long
baggy
as if you got the
pants.
stretchy ones, it makes it. That's
Yeah,
the best
yeah,
thing to
yeah,
skate in.
yeah.
But actually, I like above the knee shorts now.
But speaking of skateboarding and tight pants, I watched Ali Boulala's documentary this morning, The Scars of Ali Boulala. It's available on Amazon Prime.
It's available on YouTube.
And that's crazy, or I wouldn't have bought it if I would have known it was on YouTube.
Well, if you got YouTube on a computer, you can install ad blocker and watch all their shit that is free with ads without ads. So
I got you. So I was watching that this morning. And that's a very, it was good. Like, I'd watched is it the Epically Later that was on Vice?
Yeah.
I watched his of that,
I think I've watched all of those,
which is
Yeah.
cool. But this documentary just come out. Which is cool. It is. It's cool. I watched it. I enjoyed it. It was good.
I loved it.
Yeah, I like those. I like the band with like.
I liked it more, dude.
I'm just agreeing
I'm
with
just
you,
fucking
dude.
around,
You're gonna
dude.
make me
Chill
say a
out.
slur, dude. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, so I was watching The Scars of Bulala, and it's very depressing, and I 10 out of 10 would not recommend it. Like, I hated it. And I wouldn't say I hated it in a sense of, I just hate it's fun until you get to the Shane Cross shit. It's fun until you get to him dying, and then you're like, God damn it, that sucks.
Well, that's the thing in a lot of those videos is there's almost always, with a lot of skaters, man, like a moment of downfall, whether it's an injury or they become a drug addict or something bad happens in their life. And then a lot of times, though, a sweet redemption.
Yeah.
Bam's hitting a sweet redemption, dude, if he sticks with it this time. Because it's been, what, like a year or so?
Yeah, he hasn't done anything stupid yet. So.
This latest little string of videos I saw that, I can't remember the name of the channel, but they post a lot of skate shit. And they were doing like they had like a poser meter. They have on a lot of their videos, whether you're fucking hard or a poser. And he runs up and does it on Bam. And then he says he's a poser. He sees him at a skate park and he leaves. And then he sees Bam like posing a trick and having his girlfriend take a picture, and he like runs up on him. These are like over 5 separate videos. He's like,
that's cool.
You are a fucking poser. You're posing a trick. And then like in the last video, he's like, no, I'm not, dude. You didn't fucking reset it. Reset it. And he like resets it and hits him with it again. And he's like, oh shit, you are hard. Wait, are you Bam Margera? He's like, fuck yeah. And then he
that's badass.
Shreds, you know what I mean?
Good on Bam, dude. There's a clip of him.
He did
in
a
that,
kickflip back tail. It was sick, man.
And he always had a clean one of those, dude. He was always fun to watch on the mini ramps and shit, dude.
Well, he did it on a bowl, dude, on the coat.
Yeah.
It was sick.
That bowl that was, I forget what video. He was at it a couple of times, especially on like Viva La Bam and his element parts. It's like underneath a fucking overpass or whatever. And like, that spot's fucking badass, dude.
It's got to be, in Pennsylvania, because the videos right before that, dude is at Castle La Bam. It's still there. Still looks the same.
Still got them horses on the front painted.
It still looks like a castle. I don't think it's got horses on there anymore.
But yeah, there's a cool little shot of I keep hitting my fucking fly tattoo. It's pissing me off. There's a shot in that documentary of like a 14-year-old Bam and a 14-year-old Ali Bilal in the States, and they're like fucking with each other. And it was just weird. It was weird watching the whole thing. Like, Rune Glifberg gets up at one point because he's too emotional to talk about the shit. Like, I mean, it's a rough little doc. But redemption side of it is the kid's been fucking sober for, 7 years, 8 years
I'm glad
now,
you're getting into
whatever.
a real skating resurgence, dude, because summer's coming up.
Yeah.
I've already taken the board out a couple times at night.
I had a dude tell me the other day, because we were talking about skateboarding, and I didn't want to talk about skateboard. I hadn't ordered the board yet. I hadn't told you I wanted to go skate in New York, like all this shit.
Feel like a poser.
Yeah, and he was like my age. I mean, he was just like, yeah, dude, I bought a board. I'm thinking about just, I'm not trying to go on tour here, but I just want to skate around town and shit and whatever. Yeah. And he started talking about it, and I didn't, like you said, I don't want to sound like a poser. I don't want to start rambling, like, how I am. I don't want to start ranting. And I just, I kept putting it off, dude. Finally, I was like, I did a quad kickflip one time, dude. And he was
I've been trying to get a board for a year.
And I was like, yeah. And then another person was like, I remember there's always that. It was like a myth almost that you could do the laser flip.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And then thinking in my head, like, I could.
Well, dude, we went to the skate park one night. We weren't even planning on skating. We went up there just because it's in a nice area where there was a meteor shower. We saw a few meteors, and we skated around for a minute. And he was fucking nailing kickflips after about 5 minutes. Hadn't skated in years. Yeah. I said, get you a board. David right now just like finished up his graphic. He's starting his board company. He's about.
That's how you know I'm that. That's how you know I'm that into it when I'm having conversations with fucking David fucking Noble. And I love David, but yeah, he sent
him been talking about starting a board company.
He sent me the shit about that earlier. I thought that was fucking neat, and all I could think was, man, that This Place Sucks collab's gonna look good on a deck, man. I love that. But no, that is cool that he's doing that, because it's nice to see that people still.
When we end up in California eventually, dude.
Yeah.
hit them skate parks David took me to.
Yeah.
You'll fucking love. Linda Vista was the one I liked, dude, in
Right.
San Diego. There was like 100. Plus, dude, there's a shitload in Louisville that I've seen over the last several months of driving around there. They've put a bunch of little ones up.
Yeah, we passed that
And
one
there's
the
a
other
new
night
indoor
on the
one.
way to the Whirling Tiger.
Yeah.
Was in that little one, yeah.
And now there's that one Sprack indoor down there in Portland that looks really nice.
Yeah.
Get our
But
skate
after
on.
having that conversation, because I told the guy, I was like, yeah, man, I don't really, you know. And he's like, what's in your blood, dude? And as soon as he said that, I was like, yeah,
you're a
right.
McIntyre, dude.
Like, that's
Reba
fucking...
used to fucking shred, dude.
He's like, but for real, he's like, that's your, you know, he's like, you if you grew up in the early 2000s on a fucking skateboard, then you're that's you for life. Like, that's
Skate or die.
And then I started thinking, I was like, man, I had a skateboarder on my class ring, dude.
You know what the next thing you're gonna do is? You're gonna start skating all the time. You're gonna want to quit smoking cigarettes.
Probably.
That's when I quit, it was right when I started skating a lot, dude.
Yeah.
And it helps so fucking much be able to stay out there. Because I would get winded after like 10 minutes, dude.
Oh, yeah, I'm
but
sure.
But now, dude, you know, you can spend the night out there just fucking around. It's fun.
Yeah.
As soon as you fucking get that thing set up, me and you are going to go up that skate park, buddy.
As we should, man.
Hoopty damn.
Put a little scuff on the deck there.
Yeah,
get a couple. Put that. I remember Justin Hunt used to. He'd love when somebody got a new board, man. He'd be like, "Let me put some marks on it, dude." He'd just yank it out of their hand and then
break it in half.
Fly down a fucking 17 fucking staircase, dude, and just destroy it, bro. Throw it up in the air and try to catch it and miss it and chip the nose, dude, and then punch you in the head. And he fucking ruled, dude.
And then break his arm.
He's my fucking hero. I seen him the other day, and I said, hey, man, I was like, he was in a rush, so he wasn't trying to talk, and he knows that I fucking talk, so I was like, bro, I ordered a board the other day, man. I got me a new setup. He's like, what are you going to do with that? And he's fucking just do it right. He's like, what are you going to do with that, dude? I said, once you get a new one, he like pointed at both arms, like, you know, he's like,
he was skating and
and it
destroyed
ended.
his
It's over,
anus.
dude. He can't, man. He can't do it no more, dude.
I did destroy my
And
anus
that's insane. The boy's arms are so fragile like that. I never understood.
Yeah, dude. Well, his knees were weak and his arms were heavy.
He broke his arms 17 times, dude.
Like pieces of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Mom's spaghetti.
Dried spaghetti.
Yeah.
Spag. Not even cooked, dude. Crazy.
Crispy spag, no heady, dude.
And for those listeners who don't know who Justin is, he was the best skateboarder we had growing up. He was the dude that should have went pro.
He was comparable. He was the best dude in all the small towns. He was like comparable to some of the better dudes in the city and shit.
I refuse to let the legend die.
Honest to God, dude,
Like,
if he hadn't have
he's
gotten
the reason.
so horrifically injured so many times and had really focused and applied himself, he could have been a fucking pro skater.
Yeah.
He had the sauce, dude. It was in his kneecaps.
Yeah.
Until he obliterated them.
God damn, man, it makes me depressed. I'm gonna, once I really make it somewhere, I'm gonna do a documentary on him.
There's quite a few people that could skate pretty damn well, dude.
Yeah, he was
I
good.
never one of them.
He was good. Dustin Couch was good. Andrew Johnson was good.
Yeah.
Preston Moore was good.
Oh yeah.
I can't forget Trevor Douglas. And, and Josh
Yeah.
O'Neill.
Josh O'Neill, that's who I was trying to think of.
And then you had guys like Jeff Pinnock who were good, but didn't. I'm not saying he didn't care, but he took like extended breaks off of not skating
do it all the time.
And if he would have done it all the time, he's another dude that probably could have done something with it too. Jeff was really fucking good.
And then there were dudes who fucking, were surprisingly good because they were kind of big and just like picked it up.
Yeah,
and got
Mikey
good at it. Like
Wood
Mikey,
was really good. Yeah,
JD Tilley
JD
was
good.
decent.
Yep.
Yeah, man. There was a bunch, and then there was like fucking 30 of us, maybe 40. That would skate downtown.
And I ain't gonna toot my horn.
It was a good time. We had a good little crew.
I ain't gonna
for
toot
a while.
my horn, but I come in second place at the Tobacco Festival one year, and I
Yeah.
won a highest ollie contest. I was pretty goddamn good myself.
And you would have won out there at the Family Worship Center, but it was rigged.
Yeah,
That shit
they
was
didn't
rigged.
they didn't like me. I've went on that tangent
Yeah.
before. Actually, I remember I did run in the luau one time, and the year that I was there, they had that big fun box, and my arm was broken. I had a cast on my wrist, and I remember I hit the hole. My wheel got caught in it, and I fell, and I landed on that wrist, and it fucked me up even more. And then I remember,
Blasted your bones.
I think I was probably, I don't know, man, I was probably 16 or 17. I think they did it down at the Point Park skate park one time. They had a contest down there, and they had everybody set up and shit, and they gave away prize stuff. I went and ran in that, dude, and I did horrible. I don't even think I landed a single trick. It was ass.
See,
hated
I had
it.
already quit skating by the time they
I
built
was,
that
I was
damn park,
pretty
man.
fucking heavily into it, man. But there was so many guys, and me, you, Matt Derman. I mean, there was a lot of fucking dudes that skated.
Daniel, fucking Aaron,
Daniel,
and
yep,
Jared,
yep.
fucking
I tell you
Nick,
one that
all
was.
of them
I
would
tell you
hang
the one
out.
that was
Everybody had a board skated around
super
town.
underrated. Two of them, super underrated skateboards. That I thought that nobody, because like for good reason, we talk about Justin all the time because Justin was fucking great, but Henry was really fucking good.
Henry had some tricks in the bag, dude.
And Travis Barton.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Travis Barton.
Travis was one of those, dude. He got on drugs really early and fucked up.
Yeah.
You never got to see how good he could have been, like what even kind of potential he had. But I know, like right before he started doing all that shit, he got like really fucking good over the summer between 8th grade and 9th grade, because he moved out there on 36 where we lived, and he lived out there in Gent. And even though he was still out in the middle of nowhere, he had a big, flat fucking road where he was able to go out there and fucking skate all day.
Yeah.
Because we lived on the side of a fucking hill. I lived like 2 houses down.
Yeah, I forgot he lived on 36. Yeah.
And that's where we became friends. We started going into, when we would skate on like Wednesdays down at youth group and shit. That was like me and Travis that I started going to that with. Like we would get driven down there to that together.
Yeah, Travis was cool as shit. He was always good to me, man. I really liked him a lot. But that's all about when you're skating like that all the fucking time, it's really about the company you keep, because him and Preston and Trevor Douglas all skated together all the time, and all 3 of those motherfuckers were monsters.
Yeah.
Like, and they all were, that was like a nice, like that's the 3 dudes I think of, like they were always, for the most part, together later on. Like they were badass, man. Yeah, Travis fucking ruled, dude. Put an F in the chat for Travis,
Big
dude.
F. It was crazy because I didn't even find out he died till like
it was
years
months.
later.
Well, it was months for me.
No, I didn't find out till like 2 years afterward.
That's crazy.
I remember hitting up like Sam and Henry and be like, "Did you know about this?" Because they were all, we were all talking. No clue.
That's sad, man. That makes me
Actually,
sad.
matter of fact, dude, like my first serious girlfriend, Shelby, rest in peace.
Yeah.
She lived out on Carlisle Road, as did Sam, if I'm not mistaken. Sam lived out there somewhere towards Trimble County. So, like, we all rode the same school bus, and we were like a quad. We all, like, we joined academic team together in middle school so that we could all, like, hang out as 2 couples, because, like, Sam dated Travis and I dated Shelby.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah. First date I ever went on with Shelby was a double date with them. We went and saw Malibu's Most
I went
Wanted.
on a date with you and Shelby one time, too, man. It was us 3 and your brother and Jeff. We went to the little skate park, and your mom took us all down there.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because the other day, the 4 of us were all hanging out,
Damn.
and Jeff was tattooing us. Your brother's got a brand new fresh start on life, and we did stand up that night.
Yeah.
And life's fucking cool, dude.
Time is a flat circle, dude.
If life's not cool, if that's not a good indicator of life's cool, that was a good moment, dude. Like,
well,
that's
man, life is really a series of cycles, but that can either imprison you or that can free you, dude. Because then you can improve. Every time those moments come back around, they're like better versions. You know what I mean, of the past.
Yeah.
Or they can be worse.
You know, there was a dude that told me one time, man. I believe his name was Keith Allen. He was a philosopher, and he said, "You gotta Clock in, or you're gonna
spend your
like
life
clock it
clocking
in, dude. Yeah, so I get that 100%, dude.
Y'all don't think I'm tired? I'm tired as fuck.
I'm looking at this city, and I know it could be mine.
Shout out Keith Allen. Check out
Follow
his
Keith
videos.
Allen TV. He
Funny as
fucking
fuck.
rules, man. And he's badass, dude.
Yeah, we be quoting his shit all the time. He wasn't there the other night.
I know, dude. I was
tell
gonna
him,
say
dude.
it too if I seen him,
Yeah.
bro. I was gonna hit him with it. Yeah, I quote that shit. I've got everybody saying that now
Hell yeah.
in my 10 people friend group. I'm like,
That video should blow up. That's good.
and it really should,
That's
dude.
good shit.
Are we rolling? All right,
Yeah.
goes right into it.
That
That's
shit,
crazy.
yeah, I did enjoy
That
that.
shit, cray.
That shit intense. That shit, you know what I mean?
It's camping, dude.
But yeah, man, it really is a series of cycles, and
But
that can be
Back to the skateboarding thing. Got a skateboard. Excited to start skating again.
a prime example.
Excited. Yeah. I didn't even feel weird about it. Didn't feel weird about being 33, living with my parents, buying a brand new skateboard,
Yeah.
having it shipped to the house.
We were in California last year, and I walked into a skate park in California, or a skate shop in California, full of real ass dudes. All right.
Yeah, real men.
And I was like, dude, check it, guys. I live in Kentucky. I'm fucking 35. I just started skating again. I was never that great. I want a wide boy. And they took care of me, dude. They were cool as fuck about it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, straight up. And they were like, dude, this is actually the what this is what old dudes are doing now. This is what we're skating on.
Yeah.
Get on a wide boy, do slappies.
Yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Yeah.
Don't sprain your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were cool as fuck. And I went to the park, dude. And I was like a little bit nervous going to a skate park out there with fucking 250 shredders from ages 4 to fucking 60.
Yeah.
But dude, people were chill as fuck, dude. People stop and be like, "Hey, how long you been skating?" Back at it again. Okay, chill. You want to take this run? No, you go ahead, man. All right, you sure? Yeah, it's like But if I was out there fucking pretending, I would have got fucking made a fucking mockery of.
My thing is, I really I gotta break myself of not trying to do stupid shit.
I mean, yeah and no.
I'm not fucking jumping a staircase.
No,
I'm not hitting a
and
handrail.
why would you?
I'm not doing that.
But you could.
I'm just saying, like that night we were up there at the park, I just wanted to cruise around for a minute, and then I started shredding, and then the next day I thought I was dying because my legs hurt so fucking bad, dude.
Yeah.
Which that's also conditioning, dude. That's the first time I've been on a skateboard in years, so whatever.
Just going through the winter, not skating much, dude. My legs kill. I skated just up down this sidewalk, just straight down this street, and then back down the other sidewalk down to about where my mom's house is, and my fucking legs felt like I did weighted squats, bro.
I had a renaissance in 2016, I think.
Yeah, I remember you were skating back.
Into
then, you told me.
2016, early 2017, I went through about 3 or 4 boards, snapped them all. Legit, just fucking, and throwing down
Just
shit
shredding,
I was
dude.
throwing down shit that I was doing when
Back
I
in
was
the
younger,
day.
throwing down the tray bombs, the Vero Hill
Well,
flips, the fucking nollie flips.
I really
just
do
fucking,
feel like this. Skateboarding's hard on your body when you're going for it consistently all the time.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you stick to just these, and that's not saying don't do your flip tricks and shit, but as long as you're not jumping off of shit and really slamming your hips down, I think it's fucking better for your mobility.
Yeah.
I
keep you
only feel
loose.
more limber
Yeah.
after skating, you know what I mean? Once I get back into it for a few weeks, I feel like so much more limber. I also feel like I can probably run further and shit too.
Yeah.
It just fucking kind of opens it up. But if you're going hard and you stay at it from when you're young, going hard all the time, you fuck your body up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Even if you never get a serious injury, just the twisting and all the different shit you do with your hips and then slamming down on concrete. There is no way around that.
Yeah,
you know
you're
what I
still
mean?
hitting the ground, dude.
Yeah, when you slam down
The only
off
thing
of a
I'm
tree.
dreading's that first pebble I hit, dude.
I've had a few. I've beefed it on this hill over here, hitting a pebble early on, and like scraped up my forearms a little bit. Got a good roll on, you know what I mean? My body still remembers how to eat shit, you know
Yeah,
what
oh
I
yeah, it
mean?
never forgets, man.
And that hurt, but what hurt the worst was I didn't drop in on the mini ramp yet. I hadn't even done that. I just fucking started on it, and I was getting going, and I had just gotten up to like almost to the coping. I was like, as I come up to this next one, I'm gonna try to fucking, come up and stall.
Little rock to fakey, you know.
Whiffed it completely, managed to catch the board and come back down, and then just came off the back of it, you know what I mean? Fucking got away from me, flew up, and I just feet out from underneath me, cartoon style, slammed on my back, took the fucking wind out of me, and I literally laid there, dude, for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Staring up at the stars, looking at the moon, dude, wondering if fucking Darlene was somewhere looking at that same moon, you know what I mean?
Damn, man. Yeah, that sucks, dude.
But I got up, and I was no worse for the wear. I didn't crack my head, thank God. But,
Last time I fell on a skateboard was at the night of your or the night before your wedding.
oh, yeah.
I was on the sidewalk. I said, man,
That was just a little whiff, too. That wasn't too bad.
But it still hurt.
Hurts the pride more than anything.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I got this. I didn't have that.
That's actually my biggest fear when I'm like out skating in public. Isn't that I'm really going to fall and get seriously injured out on the streets. It's that I'm going to fall and a bunch of people are going to see me and be like, look at the old fucking dork falling off his skateboard. And then I'm going to have to pull out my gun. Everybody's going to know I have a gun. You know what I mean?
Brandishing a weapon.
I don't really have a gun. That's something like some of them fucking retards would call the Gestapo now, dude. They'd come and get you. Take you to fucking the Guatemalan or Chilean prison or wherever the fuck it is, death camp.
And
They've been sending.
We love
have you
a
seen all the
Chilean
stories of
Yeah,
just regular old
I keep up
citizens
with
or
it.
people that aren't whatever they are saying those people are supposed to be, gang members or something, and they send them down there? Fucking crazy shit, man. There was some kind of like gay hairdresser that got sent down there, man. You can't be sending a gay hairdresser to a
Aggressor?
Chilean death.
Aggressor?
A gay hairdresser.
Aggressor.
A gay aggressor.
You can't do that now, I guess. That's crazy.
I thought you said a gay
How
aggressor.
many matching tattoos we gonna get, dude?
How many we got? 2?
We no 3.
How what?
We both got a fly. We both got a bone saw. And we both got a Molotov cocktail.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. Probably a couple
And we-
more for it's
And
all
we
said
both
and
have
done,
AFI
dude.
tattoos too.
Yeah, we both have mom tattoos.
Yeah, we both had the mom. Yeah.
We both have tombstones. We're gay, dude.
Kinda cool,
We're gay
man.
Together,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm really catching hella flack over getting another grown man's initials tattooed on me. Dude.
Are you?
No, not really.
Tell everybody it stands for juicy penis.
It stands for. It's actually a D. It's double penetration.
Yeah.
dude.
Tell them it stands for Dale Pribble.
It stands for goddamn Jeff Pennick. Sick Jeff, one shot tattoo, Cincinnati, Ohio. He used to sign all his flash sheets JP. Now he signs them Sick Jeff.
Before it's all
But,
said and done, you'll probably have like 10, 15 tattoos from him. Because you're going to let him hit your legs.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
over
yeah.
time. So
But
why
I
not have his
love that I have the
initials?
piss drunks and then I have the JP, and they both look similar. I love that. I like that 12 said that the other night, man.
So, oh, yeah, about your tattoo.
He
Yeah.
was like, "Do you used to skate?" I said, "Piss drunks forever,
He got
Yeah.
he got that 8-ball from Jeff.
man." Yeah.
Cover up.
We've all got an 8-ball from Jeff at some point in our
Hell
lives,
yeah, dude. I got all of my balls from Jeff, matter of fact.
all 8 of them.
All 8 of them. And St. John had a great time with doing all that.
Yeah,
man.
he had fun, dude. He really
I'm
got
probably
see
going
what
to
it's
take him
like,
with me
man.
Monday down to Planet,
As
which
you
will be
should.
just me and him that night, probably.
Yeah.
Go by the damn Yemeni coffee shop. Give me a pistachio latte.
Yeah,
man. Have a
pistachio latte.
Nice little night out on the town, you know?
I had coffee at the Chameleon the other night. That was neat. I'm glad I know that they have coffee now.
That does hit, you know what I mean? Because occasionally, what I would have done in the past would be like grab a Red Bull at a bar or something for $7, $8.
Yeah, being able to have a nice warm cup of coffee, dude.
It really did hit the spot.
Wake me up, get me ready to perform, dude.
Wake me up
Yeah,
inside.
that was badass, man.
Yeah, dude. Especially that night where it was still just a wisp chilly.
Yeah, I love a wisp
Just
chili.
a wisp of chill in the
Just
air,
a scotch,
dude.
you
Just a
know.
scotch, a tad bit, dude. A
Hell
little
yeah.
nip in the air. When the weather is like that, my nipples do go on the fritz, though. They be acting all sorts of strange.
They be acting different.
Yeah, they be acting strange.
Strange, dude. Hell yeah.
I do think it's fucked up, though. I think everybody sucks except for me. What else you got? What else? What else?
It's almost WrestleMania.
I got something for you, dude.
Cool.
I got something for you.
Excited?
I go downstairs last night. I'm like, cue something up, dude. I want to watch a movie together, show. Find something you pick.
Yeah.
I'm down to watch it.
Something
Just
cute.
no HGTV, none of those shows.
Yeah.
Like something narrative. I go downstairs, dude. I start hearing fucking Italian accents.
She watching The Sopranos?
I walk in. She's about 15 minutes into the first episode of Sopranos. She's like, I hope you don't mind I started it. You just finished it again on Instagram the other day. So,
oh, man.
I was
How
like,
many episodes is she in now?
We got about 4 or 5 in last night.
Oh, yeah. She's getting there, dude.
You gotta
she
get
woke
through.
up this morning, got some gabagoos.
Yeah, man. And she's like, God damn. She's like, it's like True Detective all over again. She's like, I'm learning where you guys get all the dumb shit.
Oh!
Hey!
Boy, she's...
What about let me fucking happy?
She's gonna hate that, dude.
Anytime she watches something that we like, she starts seeing all the shit we reference.
Yeah. That, I forget which episode it was, but it's early in that first season when I think it's in the first season when Chris sells the drugs to Meadow, and then they pick her up from school, and he's in the backseat with the neck brace on, and he's like, "Did you tell your fucking dad I sold you drugs?" And she's like, "No, you be dead, idiot." And he's like, "She makes a fair point. I'm sorry for you. You want to go get a Happy Meal? Like, what do you?" She's like, I'm 16. I don't eat Happy Meals. God damn, shit. It's so good. It's a great show, man.
Yeah, Christopher Moltisanti. He's one of my favorite. Yeah,
he's one of us, dude. He rules, man.
He is. He's got good stances on things, dude.
Christopher.
I like
You ever just think, the thought of life itself, T, is just
Did you see that meme
too
I
much.
Made?
I'm not a regular guy, T.
That's in
yeah, it's sad, dude. It would really get you, man.
Anna was asking me in the car earlier. She's like, so I noticed the Twin Towers in the first episode. How do they address 9/11 on the show? I was like, stick around. You see that I made earlier?
Yeah, I seen it on your Instagram story.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah,
that's me
you,
with
dude.
a gun.
When she said that, you should have said, "Oh, you just wait till season 3 when their uncle Osama shows up for Thanksgiving."
It's gonna be a nice time.
He
She's
says,
really
"Man, next September I'm really gonna get wild, and I hope you guys still love me afterwards."
Dude,
my boys are learning how to fly a plane this summer.
I told the story the other night, but when I was in rehab, dude, I had a buddy that was Palestinian and a buddy that was Bosnian, but everybody thought he was like Middle Eastern. And they would always joke around about being terrorists and stuff. We got a real good kick out of it. And they would do the accents and Allahu Akbar, you know what? And one day we were out there in the smoking area, which was just like this courtyard in between the buildings in the facility, and right by the picnic table is like where the laundry room vents out. And I don't know really what happened. There was like a clog that flew out or something, but like the dryer backfired and made like a loud boom the morning of 9/11 while we were out there.
That's crazy.
And everybody's, whoa, what the fuck was that? And AB turned to Amir. He's like, Amir, I told you 9:15.
That's so good.
Yeah, and everybody got a real good chuckle out of that.
I love that.
Yeah, man, what's crazy is in that rehab, my jokes flew all the time. Yeah. I thought I was going to do well when I did that show at that rehab the other night, but I ate dog shit.
Hey, you think when we're upstate, man, you think we can go to Asbury Park?
Upstate what?
When we're upstate.
Up which state?
We're going up several states up north. You think we can stop in Asbury Park?
Is that in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
I just want to say I've been
We're
there.
driving, so no reason we can't. Yeah.
Lodi,
That's not upstate. That's not what upstate means.
yeah, we're driving upstate,
No.
dude.
I feel like upstate is almost something that exclusively New Yorkers that live in New York City say to refer to anything north of Albany, New York.
And that's cool, man. Lodi Pizza is number 1 on the to-do list.
Yeah, no. I would be down for any sort of like punk rock history related stops, dude,
Yeah.
that we could swing.
I'm gonna eyeball some shit, some cool places.
We could go through Leonardo, New Jersey, which is where Jay and Silent Bob are from, dude.
Yeah.
I think in the movies they're from Elizabeth, but in real life, Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith are from Leonardo, I think. And Elizabeth is practically in New York.
Hell yeah.
So we can go there,
You
dude.
think we'll see the Twin Towers?
Where were you, dude? Where were you?
Never forget, dude. I meant to say the World Trade Center.
No, the Freedom Tower.
Is that not what it's called? Is that called the World Trade Center?
I think there might still be
Like the big one.
No,
that
that's
we're-
called Freedom Tower.
And that, why wouldn't they call it that?
That's dumb, dude.
I get
you
it.
know,
No, I get it.
they could have went with something cooler, dude.
Yeah.
They could have called it fucking I don't know, man. You know, give me a week or two, I'll come up with something cool for you.
They could have just called it the Tower.
They could have called it the fucking Never Forget Tower, dude.
Never forget.
They
bro.
could have called it the Alan Jackson Memorial Tower, dude.
They could have called it the Toby Keith.
That's
dude.
what I meant, Toby Keith.
The Kobe teeth.
Kobe teeth. He had Kobe teeth, dude.
Rest in peace, dude.
Damn, dude. R.I.P. to a
Rest
guy that I,
Rest in
did
peace,
not
dude.
respect. You know?
Rest in peace, the dude that single-handedly ruined country music, dude.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to win there tonight?
And what's that one where he's like,
We're at
"And
the end of the
Statue of Liberty, shaking her fist."
We're at the end of the episode. We can say whatever we want now. Nobody's made it this far. And Miss America had on a little tight dress.
I think, and look, dude, this is me treading lightly, okay, because I don't want to hurt anybody's
Go
feelings
ahead,
out there.
dude. Let's hear what you have.
But I think that every man, woman, and child,
Mm-hmm.
all right, who pisses me off
Well, I know where this is going.
should be beheaded
Oh, no. Dude.
in the name
of?
Islam.
Ooh. Damn, dude.
No, dude, let
There
me
he is.
Let
This
me
is the-
rephrase
This
that.
is the real him.
Let me
guys.
rephrase all that, dude. No, what do you want to say, dude? I feel like there's something you want to get off your chest.
No, not really anything I want to get off my chest. Really looking forward to New York. I think that's going to be great. I'd love to help you plan some. Don't want you to think I'm just hanging out having a good time. I would love to help plan.
I found an excellent, really, really excellent deal on a rental
and
car.
you know, you
and-
usually do, and it's almost like I let you take control of these things.
Yeah. Well, I've got an AARP membership.
Say, yeah, and that's why would I try to set all that up
Yeah.
when you have that? You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
So I'm just waiting on her to quit being fucking retarded and let me pull it. She's already taken those
You're
days
getting
off.
too wild on the show, dude. Shut the fuck up. All right, so she's not booked any of the
No,
hotels.
she's
or-
taken those days off already. So we have to pull the trigger soon. I'm just
Yeah,
waiting on
what?
her to let me do it.
You tell her.
I've got us a great room.
I'm gonna go down.
Listen.
I'm gonna tell her that I've already done it all.
Let me
and
tell
she
you the
has
deal.
to-
For a flat $1,000, 5 nights at the
At
Marriott
Freddy's.
Bonvoy at the fucking airport.
Now, do they have a pool?
Listen to me. They got a pool. It includes breakfast. It's a king suite with a full-size pull-out couch.
And it's got breakfast. You sure?
Yes, I got the package with breakfast. I got the car with unlimited mileage and insurance. Okay, for the full trip. We pick it up in Louisville, drive it up there, bring it all the way back. $1,000 flat, dude. You couldn't fucking
You couldn't beat that
get
if
a.
you wanted
We
to.
couldn't get our plane tickets for that if we wanted to fly.
And this is the Marriott at the hotel.
at the airport.
What I say, dude.
It is the It technically is, dude. The Marriott at the hotel. It's the Marriott of the hotel.
We're staying on a plane parked at the Marriott, dude. Hell yeah.
We'll be sleeping in the car in the parking lot of the Marriott.
That's what he means by all this. We're gonna park in the parking lot and sleep. We're gonna go in and sneak a plate of breakfast every day.
And I'm pocketing well over $75, dude.
Oh my God, what was wrong with us? What is the goal of this trip? Tell the listeners what we're gonna do up there.
I'm going
because I want to know myself.
I'm gonna make 9/11 look like 7/11.
Oh
No, we really are coming up there to do a terror attack.
Do we have to sign up in advance for any of these mics that we want to do?
Dude, don't worry, man. I've greased a few wheels.
We're just gonna show up to shows that we're not booked on.
Look, I told him you and I.
Hey, let me get a type 5, dude. Let me get a type 5, bro. I'm from Kentucky. I'm only here for the day.
I told him we're from somewhere cool, dude.
Yeah, man.
I told him we were from.
Hey, bro, we're from California, dude. We drove all the way across the country, dude.
What's up, dude? You can probably tell from our fucking accents. Me and this dude right here, we're from fucking China, dude.
Dude, we're from Greenland, bro. And let me tell you, dude.
And we're two of the biggest fucking comedians in all of fucking, first of all, Switzerland and Vietnam. You ever heard of them?
St. Olaf, dude.
Yeah, and Count Olaf, dude. You're about to have a series of unfortunate events. If you don't come see us this Wednesday night at the old Jalopy Theater down in Mongrel, Tennessee, dude. Yeah, dude.
Keep it going, dude.
Well, they had the most cases of Down syndrome.
Oh, you went too
did.
far, man.
Oh, did I go too far?
Yeah.
Oh, Joey thinks it's not cool to have Down syndrome. Headline: Local asshole thinks that Down syndrome is taking it too far.
I think.
Blames the Jews.
Man, that's crazy work, dude.
Yeah.
He said the N-word the other night.
No,
that's it, dude. This place sucks. See you guys next week.